evening. Welcome to this live podcast. So sorry that we started late today. We ought to have started by 3 p.m. We started by this time. So sorry. Some things came up that I had to attend to. An emergency meeting from 2 meetings that I had to attend to. So we have to kick off by this time. I'm glad to have everyone here. I'm glad to have everyone here. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming, and thank you for being part of this podcast. It's going to help you. If you are here, it means you want help. If you're here, it means you need help. If you are here, it means you want to be free from whatsoever addiction you're currently in or you're currently battling with. I think that if you are here, sharing that you will not waste your time, right? You will not waste your time. So feel free, right? Be comfortable because we're going to be talking real life issues here, real life issues. I have a guest with me all the way from Lagos. He's a son to me, and he has been very helpful and impactful. I've known him up, and I've known him for a while now, right? So, Samuel, please tell us a bit about yourself. Tell us a bit about yourself before we proceed to the main part of the day.
Good afternoon, guys. My name is Samuel, Benjamin Samuel. Yeah, and as I said, I'm from Lagos State and I'm a son, as I said. So we look forward to, hearing from what the Holy Spirit has for us this evening. I will just say that anyone that needs this podcast because the issue we are discussing today is something that has eaten up on so many people and is still doing that currently. So if you know anyone that needs this, please share this link to them because they are going to learn a lot today.
Yeah, they will. As soon as you join, please forward the link to your friend. Don't forget to like this video. Those that are watching the video after now, you are seeing the video for the very first time. After let's say 1, 2, 3 months, years, don't forget to like and subscribe. Welcome to the family. Okay, Ari, you're welcome. You're welcome. I see you. You're welcome. Share the link. Share the link. Right. Tell your friends that we are live. Don't forget to like also. Thank you for liking. Share the link. Let them know that we are live and it's going to be real. This evening is going to be real. I'm going to be raw with you guys. Just like the topic says, I'm going to be sharing real life stories. I've been addicted to porn. All right, porn has it once had its own hold on me for a while, right? So I'm going to be hearing such stories here this evening. I'm going to be hearing such stories here this evening, and just open your heart. Just open your heart and be ready to apply whatever people are going to be teaching you. Right? So it's not going to be from a book or maybe you are no. It's going to be real and practical. Real and practical. So if you know anyone that's struggling with pornography, anyone that's having issues with it, maybe the person have opened up to you and you've tried all possible means to help the person, but it seems as though it's not working. And you know the person is going to need this podcast. Share the link, share the link, share the link as soon as possible. As soon as possible. Right? So I'm currently writing a book. I'll be done, and the book will be launched on the 5th of September 2025. Right? And the book deals with pornography also. Pornography, the effect versus the pleasure. That's the name of the book. Pornography, the effect versus the pleasure. And I explained a lot. I poured out my heart in that book. Believe me, I poured out my heart. I did my research. The book is my God, is full of so much knowledge. And guess what? I didn't make it complicated. I didn't make it something difficult to understand because I like making my things very simple. So I made it. I made sure that whatever I'm going to be learning or getting from that book, when you get it, it's going to be something very practical, something very. It's like I'm just talking to you. Like I don't know how to put it, but the book is so real. I made it so real. I made it so helpful for anyone that's going to read that book. If you're a teenager, it's going to bless you. If you're an adult, it's going to bless you. If you're a youth, any category you are, an old person is going to bless you. Once you pick up that book and you stay with it, right, it's going to bless you. It's going to ensure that you come out from that habit. Are you seeing that? So I want us to pay attention. Like I said, I'm going to spend a lot. So before I start asking Samuel some questions, because he also is here, he has had his own show on pornography. Porn has dealt with him one way or the other, and that is why he's here to share his own story with us and how God has helped him so far. So let me start with mine. I think it was when I was in secondary school, right? I think abroad before high school, but secondary school in Nigeria, I was in just three. I didn't know what porn was. In fact, the first time I heard about If in Nigeria they call it blue film. I was very young then. When I heard blue film, I was thinking, how can the movie be blue? How can the movie? So I was trying to imagine. I'm trying to imagine how can the movie be blue? Actor and bulls are fighting, and everywhere is blue. What does that? Does not. It didn't make sense to me. I was still a very young child, right? So I didn't. Thank God, the person that maybe they were discussing it, I didn't understand, so it didn't make sense. So I just left that place. Then the next time I tried to have that experience was when I was a teenager. The people I was listening and talking with following them, they brought it and they still mentioned blue film. I was blue film for Christ's sake. What does that mean? Thank God the person didn't allow me. I wanted to go or put my way to watch. Okay, what's this blue film? But the person didn't allow me. Wale, go. You are still a child. You are not mature. Thank God he helped me that way. Are you seeing that? So further on, I was going to school and I'll come to school. I was a chapel prefect of my school back then in secondary school. I was in GS3, the chapel prefect. I would go to school and I would hear my classmates talking about it. Ah, blue film, blue film. What does it mean for Christ's sake? I didn't understand, right? I didn't understand what it meant. Until one day, my should I say my assistant chapel prefect, I cannot forget his name. He's someone that used to be very close to me then. We talked together, we preached together in church. We were in the fellowship. We just ensure that things work. If I'm not preaching this Friday, he's the one that's going to preach next Friday. So like my assistant pastor then. So he said, Wale, follow me. I want go collect movie. That's what he said in Pidgin. Wale, follow me. Make we go market. Okay, let's film. I said, okay, there's nothing wrong with that, of course. Let's go to the market and get movies. So I followed him during the break period. We went to the market. So while we were there, he told me, he said, Wale, I want to let blue film. I said, blue film. I said, Marvelous, don't try it. I called his name. I don't want to call his name. I was like, Oga, don't try it. Don't try it. No, I'm not using that church mind. Don't try it. Don't try it. They were like, you collect. I said, Oga, don't try it. So I waited for him outside. He went inside to the man, and then it was small button phone. Android has not started coming up. This small button phone, you have to put a memory card to get movies and stuff like that. So I said, okay. So he went inside, gave the man with the laptop. The man put memory card and just took some movies. So when he came out, guys met his friends. They're like, okay, well, let me talk to my friend. So when he saw the guy, he left me on the street. So I took the small phone under hot sun, hot afternoon. I was watching porn in in the streets, just there. I didn't even go to one place under, so it caught my attention that much. So I was just there watching, and before you know, a man just came from behind. Well, I'm sure you're wondering why is this young boy under hot sun so glued to a phone. I'm sure you're wondering about that. So he just came from behind. He took the phone from behind and like, "Okay, let me see what you are doing." And he was like, eh? I don't know this man, does not know me. He was like, are you okay? And that was how he grabbed my trouser as though I was a thief. You know how Nigerian police deal with thieves now? Grabbed a part of my trouser. I said, let's go. Today I will ensure that I deal with you. I talk to your authority, I talk to your school, they will spare you. Don't threaten me. I said, sir, please, sir, please. My friend saw me with this. I said, what's wrong? I said, Marvelous, come, oh, come, come. That was how he came. The man dragged his trouser too from the waist. I said, two of you, you're in trouble today. It was not funny. So he took us to the school staff room and explaining things to the teachers, then the staff. Like this, look at this young boy. I caught him on the road. He was watching this and that. So we were trying to see Oga now because if you are reported to the school authority, they would have brought the matter to my own school. And definitely brought it from my school to get to my parents at home. I don't want my parents to find out I'm dead. Like my life event. So after that, another man came, and when he came, no, not a man. I saw an old woman. An old woman came. She just came with a black nylon bag. Very old woman. And she just came. She just came and she just started begging the man, say, please, in Igbo, say, please, let him go. Allow him to go. It was that old man that begged that man. Like, say, allow them go, allow them, don't forgive them. So the man took the phone, deleted all the pornography on the phone, and he handed the phone over to us. It was that woman. So as we left that staff room, that premises, and we are heading back to our own school, I look back to let me go and thank this woman. Let me go and appreciate her for saving my life. I look back, I didn't see this woman, this old woman. I didn't see her. I couldn't trace her. I checked everywhere. See, believe me, there is no way that woman would have gone far that I wouldn't have known that this woman. At least I checked, looked around. I didn't see this woman again. So I didn't realize it was when I was writing this book years later. I said, "Oh my God, could that be an angel that God sent to deliver my life that day?" Are you seeing that? The last day that I met that up to today, I still remember her face vividly, but I just cannot find her. Are you seeing that? So that was how my own story started. That was how the trap I got stuck, and from there I started. When the journey just started from there. So Samuel, let me hear your own story. How did you get hooked in porn? How did it happen?
Okay, so just like you said, I think what class that GSS two or
Okay.
thereabout, that GSS 2 or GSS 3, just 2 or GSS 3, and then the whole the whole thing was just curiosity, just wanting to know, just wanting
Curiosity.
to know. And then the curiosity based on the sense that there's some things you'll be curious about, but you can't ask anybody because it's as if people shy away from talking about some things.
Hmm.
If you think that young people shouldn't know about some things that they are not meant to, it will make them find out from the person who they are not meant to find out from, because that person can use the knowledge like a manipulative stuff. So I was just curious if my curiosity, I had somebody I could ask, and then I asked the person just explained to me, man, this will not be part of my story. But then the only way I could answer my own curiosity was to start searching by myself. And then I think I was in a more advanced way. I just took the phone, I was just typing.
Hmm.
Night. And as I did, he just brought out the videos. I was like, jackpot. So I started from there and just started immersing myself in those videos. But I didn't even see it. Yeah, I knew it was bad, but I didn't even see it as something that bad. Since and I noticed I could remember before that time, people also talked about it too. They use codes. They would just there was one that shocked me. I heard it like in our church, our teenage church then. My senior brother and some of his friends, they just said something like that briefly. That the church, oh, I heard it when my brother saw me, pursue me away, but I heard it. So you just hear people talking about it everywhere, codedly. They have different names for it, saying, "What blue film, watching this one," different kind of names. So the curiosity and the kind of school I attended, some people that have talked about it, they just talk about it like a normal stuff. So pushing all that, making my curiosity level to go up, I just decided to go in for myself, and I started checking, watching. So that was how I started.
Wow. That's interesting. Wow. Okay. Can you tell me how will I put it now? Your Did you want to stop when you started, or when did it come to a point where you knew that okay, this has become an addiction and I just needed to stop watching it?
Okay, of course. When I started, I didn't want to. I just because it was not something I did all the time. It can just be like once in a week, once twice in a week. Like it was not even something of top priority. I just anytime probably I'm just bored in the night, I'll just check and watch. So after a little while, when I knew that there was problem was when I started using people's data. I will just wake up in the night. I will remove anybody's SIM, no matter who you are. I will just look for a way to buy data to get to watch what I want to watch. So after a while, I started noticing how extreme and how far I can literally go. Like if I don't see anywhere to get cash, if I have cash and I know anybody that will open that midnight, I'm sure I will go and buy that card. So when I started noticing the kind of damage I was causing people, because my brother just started, his online work then and then just buying data. Me, I was just wake up in the midnight. Sometimes it just be 3 or 4 videos I'll watch and the whole data will be wasted. When he started complaining and it started hurting him, I just noticed that and now I then tried to stop and I discovered that omo, this one is more than what I can control now. Because before that time I've watched it for years. Because at first my brother didn't know what I was using data to do. Because when I woke up, when I started searching for it, I didn't know how to delete. I don't know how to delete, so I would just search and leave. So my brother wake up in the morning and he picks up his phone, start checking his, we check everything. We will now be seeing it. So when he started discovering, the devil started giving me new ways to without being spotted. Note some particular browsers that when you search, it will not retain how to delete the search history, how to go on a mode that it's not showing the history of what you did. So after all those things now and then, I started seeing the hurt. Personally, I was not seeing any damage that it was doing me then. But the hurt I was causing other people, okay, I was like, okay, I think I should stop this thing. But then I noticed that I couldn't stop it. I couldn't.
Oh, interesting. Thank you so much for sharing that. Well, mine also. When I knew that it started becoming an addiction was when every night, when you are looking forward to something every night, because you know you are going to get it. So you can't really do it during the day because of people around, friends around. But you are going to do night subscription, and you wait when everybody's asleep, and you just get your phone. I remember that period. Okay, I didn't even share. I didn't even share something with you guys. Let me share one of this part. Did your parents ever did they ever catch you watching it, or your siblings?
Yes,
No,
because
no,
there's no way you do for that long and they will not catch you.
let me just tell you. How did they react towards it when they caught you?
I think they didn't even catch me. After I wanted to kill my brother with BC, he reported me. He actually reported me. But the thing was that I think one day I was just checking his phone, and then I just saw that they locked the place. I just changed because I knew his password, so I added my fingerprints. And I opened it. I saw a lot of these videos I was looking for. So I was like, wow. So we are in this together. So for a long while, probably he didn't say anything because he knew. But I don't know how he did his own. His own was not really as worse as mine, but he was still in this. After this guy will just wake up in the midnight, see you have 2 MB left from 2 gig, 6 gig, sit me up in the midnight, beat me. After I got to a while, this guy literally just had to report. Like, I can't take this anymore. So when he reported, and at that point, I was already tired. When he reported, it started me to be like so sad that my parents are already aware. I was so happy. I was like, finally, I'll be able to stop because at that point, it was already becoming an issue. It's as if once it's time like this, my sense and my brain and my control will just work out. Everything will just leave. So I was so happy, but I guess there was not really much. So they just reacted. disappointed, and they just beat. And after the beating, I was so sad because I knew that was not going to help me. After the beating, I knew that thing they just did cannot help me because you are beating my
Definitely.
body, meanwhile my soul is addicted. So that's just
That's true. Beating will not solve the problem. Okay. Is a child. Maybe it can work for a child, like a growing child, but a teenager, you're joking. Beating cannot solve that problem. My own, the first time they caught me, well, the only time though that they caught me was, I think that period I was to leave Imo State to come down to Akure with my sister. So I was just with my little phone. I had a small phone. I think I was in SSS2 or going to SS3. So I had this button phone. So I would stay up at night. Then my phone could not play it, but it could get the pictures, download it. So I just go online, just be, watching some pictures and stuff like that. So that night, right? I think a day before before I left Imo State, that night I was just there with my phone and I slept on it. I slept with my brother. I slept with the site on, everything there. So when I woke up, I didn't even wake up. They came to make me by to 5. That's my elder brother, our firstborn. Like, Wale, 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 I want charge your phone for you. You will travel. So he took the small phone, went to the parlor, plugged it. As soon as as he just plugged it, everything just ah. I just heard Wale, Wale. he could not believe it. But like, Wale, he ran to the parlor. He went to like to the room rather. That was I was sleeping. I was still like, what was happening? I was still sleep was still in my eyes. So I didn't really. Why are you calling my name? Didn't let me sleep. But like, Wale, Wale, just came while I was sleeping. Come here, come here. I said, what did I do like this? I went to the parlor, sat down. We just carried the phone and they showed me like this. Yeah, whatever it is, whatever it is. I don't know when this when police don't catch thief. I was like, I was just there listening. You dey watch pornography. You dey watch pornography. You dey watch pornography. Different kind of thing. It was just scolding me. You dey watch pornography. I say, I could not say anything. Say, I take your phone. Oh my god, different kind of things. My mom woke up that morning. He put me to my mom, put me to my sister, say they watch pornography, stuff like that. And I could not do anything. I was not like, my mom, a day before I left the that night, like, how who taught you? Who told you how to work? Why didn't you even come across it? I was like, from friends too. I just heard it from my friends back then in back then in the street. So I got to Akure too. My sister asked me, who taught you? I thought maybe that would stop the case, but that did not stop the case. It didn't stop. So I had to now carry that phone. Eh? I don't know if I see it's gold or the devil. I was using a button phone, so I now did exchange. Then you can swap phone for button phone to Android phone. So I did swapping. I gave the guy some money, like I think 1K or 2K, and he gave me an Android phone. That was my first Android phone. So my sister was not around that period. She left Akure to go and work in a particular local government, a secondary school. So she left there and she would leave me at home for months, only me at home. So I will carry my Android phone, I'll do night subscription, only me in the room. I will watch porn till 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I will sleep and I wake up with swollen eyes. Nobody was there to supervise. My parents are no longer there to hold me. So I will just going like that, like that, like that. Mine was so bad that it didn't work with it. Mine was so bad that they made me the teenagers pastor of my church, and I was still actively in porn. I was still active, right? I'll come home. Then my sister will not be at home. She will travel, leave the country, and leave only me at home. So I will get stuff, be on porn throughout the night, during the day, just there, wasting my life. My brother, wasting my life, oh, and wasting my time. But I just thank God that God came through for me. I seen that. So, Sammy, I want to ask, what were the emotional and mental battle you had to fight, during this course or during the period you are still battling porn? What were the emotional battle, the mental battle? How did they affect you mentally, emotionally? How were you able to fight them? How did they affect your mood, stuff like that?
okay. So Basically, the most time when I started it, I was in secondary school, and I don't even know. I think at that point it was still in the early stage where it was something I could actually control. So if you see me and I tell you this is what I do, you will just open your mouth in shock,
Mm,
because naturally I'm not the one that will be flirting with. Like some people were my classmates then. These ones, if they see girls, there's nothing they cannot do to the girls, and everybody's there. I can't do that. Like, I'll enter the ground. But even what me I do is actually worse than what that person is doing. So, like, at first, I think I was still able to balance it, and actually most of the time I always kept my emotions in check. Just that one effect of the pornography on your emotion is some people would not be able to keep it, but me, with the kind of things that surrounded me, there was no one I could express it to. So everything is just inside me, growing inside. Everything is inside me. As I started to come with my classmates, then they weren't just anyhow, because I was kind of, God helping me. My friends, they were kind of, smart, they had sense, they doing, so they were not like, I went to public school, people were many. If I had kind of friends that were already flirty before, that would have been easy. But my friends, or the people I worked with, were not really like that, the female. In fact, as a person, naturally, I don't like a girl that every guy can touch, actually. So I'm not friends with those kind of people. I'm friends with people that they have, touch them anyhow, they'll slap you. So those kind of people now, how do you cannot, your emotion will have sense that no, if you do this now, you're going to lose this friendship. So most of my friends, I just see them and I may be looking at them, nothing will happen. But when I get home, sometimes that day, there's nothing I did that worked. I will stay on my own. What my brain can do, oh Jesus, what I can imagine. Oh, even the best of actors will still be competing. What I will act, if I will picture, and my classmates, my friends, those ones that I could not relate anything to about that part of me, I can do it in my brain. The way my mind functions then, like X-ray, I can just picture somebody, then the person is naked, and I'll just picture everything together, and I'll be giving myself pleasure then. So I was always, except for a few times when my emotions, what literally makes my emotions go out of places, when I meet girls that, these ones, I know that they are in that manner. So I start showing them. Some will even be surprised. You, you. But then I notice that no matter how bad I want to do rubbish with you, because one thing about porn is that as you are watching, as time goes on, you will be looking forward to practice what you are watching on. So, and I want to do so bad. I discovered that okay, after if I do nonsense, maybe I just separated in a place and we just did, and I was just touching. And I discovered that after that while now, when you now calm down, you now see the way the person is thinking, the way the person is talking. The thing is just, it will just vex me. I'll just block. I'll tell the person, see, I'm a pastor, I'm this, and I'll just end everything. If I'm maybe after a long while, I meet another person that line again, I will not be able to hold it again. But on the long run, I'll still see that the better part of me cannot keep up with that flirty life. So so then I always bottle most of my emotions. I bottle them. Most people that I say I laugh, what I do, some people what I've imagined concerning them in my school, Jesus. So that's just it.
um, I understand. I understand. It happens. In fact, you cannot even see. That's the next question I'm going to even ask you, but you already answered it because porn will affect the way you view the opposite sex completely.
Yes.
Completely. You cannot be after you watch because sometimes you don't have someone that you want to even practice it with. And when you start seeing
Yeah.
people or seeing ladies, maybe instead of people you have seen in the video the night before you came to school or you came to whatever you are doing that day, you just start seeing, oh my god, that's the way it does. Something can just start messing up with your mind, and you start viewing yourself, putting yourself. Oh my God, it a lot. It affects. It affects, right? I think mine. God had to help me because then I had to start telling myself, okay, ladies are not sex toy. Ladies are not sex toy. Ladies are not sex toy. These are not sex toy because it got that bad to my mind. It really damaged a lot of things. So like they are not sex toy. They are not sex toy because it just a lady, the first thing that is coming to your mind is how will this person be when I touch her? How will this person be when I was on bed? How will this person be? And these are things that are real and are happening to a lot of guys' mind out there because of too much consumption, because of how much porn has done to their mind. So you are seeing a lady, you're not seeing the good part of her, you're not seeing how she can be of value to you, you're not seeing how she can impact your life, you're not seeing how you can be friends and have a good relationship. The first thing that's coming to your mind about that lady is how you can have sex with her. And
Yeah.
it's not even, in fact, the process starts immediately in your mind. You are already seeing yourself in your mind, touching, having sex. It may not happen physically, but your mind is already an arena of things happening there. So believe me, porn has a way of damaging, particularly the male child. Yes, it has a way on the female child too, but guys have we are visionary. We can see things with our mind. So it has a way of affecting that part of us. And I've come to realize people that, or let me say, guys that have this issue and they don't allow God to really help them and replace those because how will I put it now? You don't just say okay because now I'm now um I've now stopped watching porn. So this is because of the even after you stop watching porn, these are battles you will see face. I'm telling you, these are battles you will see face until you bring them practically. And okay, it's time for me to change the pictures in my mind, time for me to change the imaginations, time for me to change what I've learned or what I've seen. You have to replace those images with something more excellent, something more pure. If not, you keep on fighting them. There are days I've been praying and videos of porn that I've watched for a long time. When the devil wants to distract you, these have been praying and images of porn I've watched for a long time. He just brings them up to my mind, pops them up. What is this? In prayer, my brother, in prayer, in the hot prayer. And I'm just like, no, Jesus, no, Jesus. They're not prayer. So those things are real. And a lot of Christian brothers out there that maybe they've stopped watching porn, but they left this part of it. No, you can't ignore it because that you stop does not mean the battle will not continue here. Satan does not give up his own. And people don't understand that. This one does not mean that in fact the battle gets more serious after you quit. The quitting, in my book, I made it clear now. Satan is so wise that he doesn't just, when it comes to do business with you, he doesn't just come to bargain and he's expecting a little profit. No, he comes to do a damage that even after you stop that particular thing, the effect will still be seen in your life. You will still, I don't know if you get it. It makes it such a way that you can still come to, tempt you because you've already fallen for that thing before. Are you seeing that? So a lot of Christian brothers, even those that are not Christian, that have quit porn, they still battle in their mind. Those images,
Yeah.
those pictures, they still there. And until you pay attention to it intentionally, to replace those images with right images, you those things that are there can still lead you back to the promise once
Yes.
again. So I made it clear in my book. I made it clear in my book, and I dig deeper than this. But I'm just giving you guys a hint here. Go and get the book. Whatever piece will be out. And you can hear this podcast 2 3 years later. Check seller. Maybe I'll drop the link in the comment section and my seller link on the book. Check it out and you can get your copy. Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Sir, I think I can't hear you clearly. The volume of this thing has dropped.
You can't hear me clearly. Oh my god, network.
Yeah.
I can hear you clearly from here. Oh.
Um,
But can you hear me to a point you can manage my voice? Can you check from there?
sir,
Can you check from there?
I think we're gonna have to change. Sorry. Okay. I think this is a more better place. This is a more better place now. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you now.
So let's continue. So, oh my God.
Okay.
who will soon end this? Let us quickly run through. So, Samuel, how did you start? Okay, before I proceed, let's talk about triggers. Triggers. What were the things that triggered you to watch porn back then when you were still addicted? What were your triggers, and how did you now? Okay, let's talk. What were your triggers first?
Okay. So, um, actually, I noticed it was one major thing that actually usually trigger me was I remember then I used to watch my senior brother. And then I don't know, it would just probably the day everybody's at home, we'll just be inside, be pressing button phone. And I know he used to read all these stories from all these groups on Facebook. And just try to be pushing me away. But one day I still saw a word. I was like, what could this guy be reading? You cannot be reading about the scripture. So what's pants looking for inside the scripture that I read on Facebook? I don't understand. So I noticed that when I started using small phone too, the same thing repeated. They will be asking me that what do you used to go and do inside? I'll just say I just like to be alone and be meditating. It's a lie. Just take button phone. I will go to Facebook and read because at those times I didn't. It's like how will I put it? It's like the desire level for me to just carry phone. No, it's not there yet. I will first read all those stories. So as I'm reading it, my interest will keep coming, keep coming. Once it gets to a point that is that time would have already been night. So I'll just get at it directly. So that was one of my triggers was actually all those Facebook groups, those things they used to post, all these romance stories. It was a big trigger for me. Then also all these videos. That's why even some people that all these girls that will just do video. That's why I don't advise anybody that is a sister should do that. You do video. I don't know what you are trying to do. The way you are doing, you can bring a brother down. You all those you will just be doing
Twerking videos.
videos.
Why you can say? You mean videos of twerking, showing your body, one car.
Yes, they just some will wear a see daughter of Zion, you wear crop top, show your belly with whining, twisting in one way. I don't understand. So those were actually big triggers. Like I've seen situations whereby just one video and I'm gone. Like I'm gone. I'm gone. So those were actually my triggers, just the videos and the stories. Or maybe this was not really common. Maybe I just had opportunity to just talk to how would I put it? Maybe I just noticed that this girl is a bad girl. Eh, that one can also be a trigger. In fact, the presence of a person that I know to be very naughty on my contact is already a trigger. Because any any small attraction that I just feel weird like this and I just chat the person Otilo. So these are actually my triggers.
Mm, no problem. I'm going to have a part two of this series, and we're going to be next week. We're going to be looking at how you master those triggers when you stopped watching porn. Those triggers will come definitely. Those orders will come now that you stopped. So, what were the strategies you are using to shut them down? We're going to look at that.
Yes.
Then, we're going to also look at how you now stopped it, how God helped you your journey of stopping it and stuff like that. And I'll share my own story with you. But right now, we have to end here because of time. We have to end here because of time. So, Samuel, it has been an interesting time with you. But see, I can't wait for next week. I can't wait for next week. It's been an interesting time with you. And I really appreciate you coming to honor my invitation. God bless you so
Yes.
much. Yeah, really a
Yes,
pleasant
sir.
people out there. And your story, I'm sure, is going to inspire a lot. It's going to help a lot. And I'm going to understand themselves also because the talk has been real, it has been practical, it has been sincere from my end and your own end too. And I really appreciate that you're really open. So next week we're going to have a part two of this. I'm going to talk about the freedom, the journey to freedom, how you came out, and how God has been helping you to stay pure, not going back
Yeah.
to that particular thing. So you're going to give practical examples, physical steps, both the physical, both the spiritual, everything. I'm going to pour it out here. I seen that. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you for coming, Samuel. Next week we'll not have the glitches that we had this week. Everything is going to be fine by next week. This week. So
Okay.
we'll start on time and we'll have enough time to really talk about the freedom story. So thank you so
Okay.
much. Guys, if you've not subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share this. Also, don't forget my book is out. Pornography, freedom, pornography, the pleasure versus the effect. It's out on seller. Get it, do it to get the book. I'll drop the link in the comment section so you can get the book. Thank you so much for following to this point. God bless you. Do have a wonderful evening. Bye bye.